Hello everybody, friends, neighbors, and family band enthusiasts. My name is Dan Zanes, and you're back here with me for the thing I like to call the Family Band Workshop. Thanks for tuning in. You can see that today we have no guitar. Today we're going into the basics of mandolin. 8 strings, fretted instrument. A lot of people have mandolins at their house and maybe don't know exactly what to do with them. All right. As I always say, I want to leave the tuning up to you. You can go online. You can find out there's a lot of ways to tune, to learn how to tune a mandolin. You can get a tuner, and that's the quickest way. It's good to develop your ear, but once you get it done, it should be sounding like that. All right. Get your tuned mandolin. I'm going to show you my 3 favorite chords, which I believe are probably the easiest chords to play on the mandolin. Here's your G chord on the mandolin. That's the chord, and there it is as you play it. All right, we'll get a close-up of this. As in playing the guitar, we're going to want to have our fingers coming down onto the strings, so we get a nice clean sound without muting the other strings. That's the sound of the G chord. This is the open G chord. It's the simplest version. All right, we're gonna have our fingers just on the headstock side of the fret, so we don't get on top of the fret, and it's gonna sound like that. So you want it to be just behind the fret. That nice clean sound. That's behind the 3rd fret. Your first finger's behind the 2nd fret. With the mandolin, we're going to always want to use the pick. That's really the best way around. Any style of mandolin that we're going to be interested in, at least in my experience, will require a pick. I use a heavy pick, so I can get a little bit more accuracy and dig in. So there's not too much flex in these ones. Most mandolin players that I know will use a heavy pick, so that's my suggestion. All right, now we're going to go from the G chord to the C chord. All right. This finger down here, this is your 3rd finger. This is optional. You can play it or you can not play it. Either way, you're going to have a C chord. I would recommend trying to play it. Try and get that one going, because as we'll see later on in Mandolin Part 2, we can move around a lot more if we can get that thing down there, all right? But you do not need it to start playing a C chord or start playing songs. Okay, so get that one, and when you're done, come back for this. The D chord, easy. 2 fingers, it's gonna look like that. All right? One interesting thing about the mandolin is it's tuned the same way a violin is. So if any of you are violin players or used to play violin, have a sense of the fingering for a violin, it'll be easier for you to get a mandolin. Guitar players, one thing people sometimes say, it's like a flipped around guitar neck, where that would be your E, A, D, G. That doesn't help me at all. I just like to think of it as the mandolin. So take it as its own thing, but if you play guitar, banjo, another fretted stringed instrument, mandolin's not going to be that hard. All right, so let's strum our G chord. Now let's go to our C chord. I'm going to play the full C chord. And now we're going to strum twice on the D chord. All right, let's do a basic strum here. This is probably not a strum that will stay with you forever, but to get started, you can practice on your own and sing songs, which to me is the best way to practice. With something like this, we'll hit the low strings and then we'll strum. Low strings, strum. I'll sing a basic tune that you could easily use. There's hundreds and hundreds of options, but this one works to get started. Jug band music. Way down south in Memphis, Tennessee, jug band music sounds so Sweet to me, C chord, sounds so sweet. I add my finger, hard to beat. Back to the G, now to the D. Jug band music certainly was a treat to me. One more verse. Kicked off my socks, I kicked off my shoes. Danced all night to the jug band blues. C chord, sounds so sweet. Yeah. Hard to beat. We're back on the G. Now to D. Jug band music certainly was a treat to me. So those are 3 basic chords for the mandolin. We'll come back very soon with Mandolin Basics Part 2, and we'll dig a little bit deeper. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me just tell you, if you want to go and get lyrics and chords, if you have a shortage of songs, you want to get some more for your family band, lyrics and chords for everything, almost everything, on our 10 CDs are all available at danzanes.com. They're nice and cleaned up now, so they're easy to download. The PDFs are there. danzanes.com. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck with your family band.